Shalom. Yahweh Shemel Shabbat to all the brothers. Shalom. Yahweh Shemel Adabah Shemel Shai to all the sisters. I am priest and officer Abad Ayah 1000. This is the Thursday night history class. I'm holding it down until the higher rank officer gets here. The title of today's class is Interracial Marriage is Not of God. Remember the flood. Yes, that's why the flood happened. The flood happened because let's just get the daughters of men slept with the daughters of men were sleeping with the sons of God. I'm paraphrasing that scripture. Let's get it. Supposed to be the opposite. Genesis. But yeah, that is why. Yes, we cannot have marriage. Sex is marriage, so we can't have sex with the other nations. We can't marry the other nations. Can't marry the other nations because they will turn us from serving the Most High God. Turn us from serving the Most High God. Yes, we can't do it. And when we do that, it's like we don't care. Yes, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives, all which they chose. That is why the flood happened. We cannot be laying with these other nations. They're heathen. We are of a royal class, of a royal stock. We are of a royal class, of a royal stock. One second, I'm going to do it. What are we talking about? Interracial marriage. Interracial marriage. What about interracial marriage? Interracial marriage. That's crazy. My cousin interracially married a white boy. You know what I mean? That's rough because when he come around the family, you could tell he don't fit in. Oddball. He know that. You know what I mean? When he sit around us, he always got his hands together like this. He's just an oddball. Odd. Did you want to keep going to interracial marriage? It's up to you, so you can change it. I mean, we could go in interracial marriage if you want to, but I definitely got something I got to talk about, man. You hear about that goddamn that cop that shot that kid in Mississippi?
La, sir.
You hear about it?
La.
Listen, this can you hear me from this microphone? Can you
Yes,
turn this up? I know last night was when I was teaching, it was real low. But this lady was shoplifting out of this store. I don't know what store it was. As she's fleeing the scene, of course, they thought she stole something out the store. But as she's fleeing the scene, the cop just started shooting through the windshield. Shot through the windshield and killed the 1-year-old baby. Yeah. The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Because there should be no reason that you uphold the law. You're supposed to be the protector and server of the law. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to serve the people and protect the people. You know what I'm saying? You're the one that we come to for help. You're the one that we're supposed to come to when we in danger. But the cop is shooting through the windshield because they believe she shoplifted something. Killed the 1-year-old boy. Right, man, the devil. The oppressor is the devil, Bible speaks of. But we could go into interracial marriage. You had a topic on it or a certain point of it? General breakdown interracial marriage? All right. Well, since you titled the class interracial marriage. The title could change? Right now. Oh, damn. Yeah. Let me see what we got.
Let me see what we got. Where was you at? What was you going into? Like, what part was you in interracial marriage?
I was briefly discussing about the flood in Genesis 6 and 2, but I didn't pull the research yet. I was just briefly discussing how it's going. I was going to start with Deuteronomy 7 chapter
Mm-hmm.
and get to that part.
Okay. All right. I got a lot on interracial marriage. Actually, I got a whole lot on interracial marriage. I'll have to consolidate this. I got a bunch of notes. All right. Let's start with Genesis 2 and 21.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 21.
Right.
And the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam,
All right.
and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and
Mhm.
closed up the flesh instead thereof.
Good.
Verse 22. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman and brought her unto the man.
So this is where we're gonna start. All right. So Adam was in the spirit of deep sleep, right? What does that mean? Go ahead.
He was caught lacking,
He was caught lacking, huh?
caught unawares.
He was caught unaware.
Unawares.
Okay. And keep going. Yeah.
Verse 23. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh.
Okay. All right, we're going to have to break this down. We got to break this down, or you get it?
I heard before.
Because if you heard it, we can skip it. The deep sleep, we can skip it. We can skip the deep sleep, the bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. If you heard all of that, we can skip it, unless you want it. Can you pull up a chat on here? Is there somewhere I can look at the people talking on the chat thing?
Yeah, it's right there.
What I put? What I push?
No one typed in nothing yet, but it's right there on the side where it says comments.
How can I see it? I don't see it on here.
No one typed it in yet. Oh.
No, it's something else. It's Google on here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. Here you go. I see it. I got you. All right. So let's just Isaiah 29. Give me a second. I believe so. Give me 1 second. Yo, Dad. What's going on? Yeah, I'm teaching the class. All right. Uh, 29.
10.
Yeah. 29 and 10.
This is the book of Isaiah, 29 and verse 10.
What?
For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes.
What?
The prophets and your rulers, the seers have he covered.
The seers have he covered, meaning he covered, right? So now you can't see because the Lord put a spirit of deep sleep on you, right? When you don't, like you said, when you don't see what's coming, when you're not aware of what's going on, the Lord covered your eyes, or as we say, you caught sleeping, you caught lacking, like you said earlier, right? So spirit of deep sleep, Go back to Genesis 2.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 21. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam.
Hold on, because give me a second. Go to Daniel chapter 10, verse 8. Go ahead.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 8. Therefore I was left alone and saw this great vision, and there remaineth no strength in
This
me.
is when Daniel had the vision of Christ. This is heavy too, but go ahead. I believe he's talking to the archangel Michael around somewhere. But go ahead.
Yes, sir. For my comeliness was turned in me into corruption, and I retained no strength.
Go ahead.
Verse 9. Yet heard I the voice of his words. And when I heard the voice of his words, then was I in a deep sleep on my face, and my face toward the ground.
So now in this case, he was obeying the Most High, right? He heard the voice of the angel, and he was in a deep sleep with his face towards the ground, right? So he is on obedience to the Most High. And the other deep sleep is when you're not aware of what's going on, right? The Lord covered your face, right? So in both these cases, right, the men are letting the Lord deal with it, right? They submitting to the Most High. It's in your hands, right? So he's in the spirit of deep sleep in Genesis chapter 2, right? Go ahead. He took one of his ribs. What's one of his ribs mean?
Yes, sir. A woman of his fam, of his nation, of his family.
What's the scripture?
Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh.
With Laban, right? Go ahead, keep going.
And Daniel, sir.
No. Keep going back in Genesis.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2, and verse 21. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept.
Give me a second. Because I got another one about the flesh too. I just gotta find it. Give me a second. Once again, Abad pulled the topic of interracial marriage. So we're gonna go from the top with marriage. Talk about bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. When you marry somebody, you want to marry somebody that's of your family, and the Bible give you ample opportunity to do so because it give you the women that the Lord loves, which is Hispanics, blacks, and Native American women. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gives you a plethora of women to choose from, but instead you go pick a devil. Instead you go get with a dog. You know what I'm saying? Instead you go marry a reject of the Most High, which is very, very interesting for the way you think. You think that marrying a reject makes you somehow better on the totem pole. You know what I mean? Blonde hair, blue eyes make you have like some type of trophy. And that's what we see when we marry outside of our race. Give me what are we going? Romans 9:3.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, and verse 3.
Go ahead.
For I could wish that myself were cursed from Christ, for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh.
So when it said bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, you're talking about my brethren, my sister, right? So now this who Adam married. Adam married somebody who was his kinsman, somebody who was of his flesh, meaning they looked like him, right? They didn't look like them, right? I wanted to go into Amalek. I wanted to talk about the oppressor today. That's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to go into Esau being the devil, but I would have got us kicked off. They would have jammed up the YouTube if I would have went into Esau today. Because when I heard about that baby getting shot, that's why we do this. That's the reason we go to camp every week. That's why we teach these classes. That's why we talking on the internet to the world. You know what I'm saying? Open up the internet. That's why we do this. Because we got to make our people aware that somebody's out to devour you. Somebody's out to kill you. They want to make sure that you never see the light of day. They're going to put you in jails. They're going to make sure that you're paying all your money and working every day so you got no way to actually do what you want to do or what you need to do. We think stealing stuff and you know what I'm saying? We trying to steal stuff to be like them. We boosting to get the Gucci, the Louis, and the Fendi, some white man name. We boosting to get the clothes to look like them. You know what I'm saying? We robbing people to get the money, to get the phones and the watches and the chains to look like them. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's in the more that you learn what the devil set up for you, the better off you are. And that's why we teach these scriptures. We teach the Bible because if not, you're going to be duped. You're going to be bamboozled. You're going to be hoodwinked by some Edomite. You know what I'm saying? Some pale-faced dog that's really here to make sure that you die. That's his job. His job is to manipulate you and tempt you into tricking yourself out of your spot with the Most High. That's his job. So now he wants you to, I don't know if he wants you to be with his women, but we see their women as some type of trophy. And I don't know why people think that way. Or a woman sees a white man as some type of trophy. I don't know why they think that way. You know what I'm saying? Think about your ancestors. Think about 5 and 6 generations ago. You know, slavery is intergenerational, meaning it's woven into your DNA, right? So it's books on this. I forget the brother's name. I think he's from Philly. But like slavery is in our DNA. Like the trauma that we went through, that our grandparents and them went through, it's still in our DNA. And for you to lay with the people that put your people through it is a slap in the face to your grandmother.
Right.
You spitting in the face of your grandfathers. The people that suffered, the people that cried, the people that was murdered, the people that was, unalived, or however you say it, unjustly. You spitting all their face. You spit in the face of that little boy that just got killed by that cop. We spitting in all of their faces with no regard for anybody that suffered in them days where, the white man was just killing you for nothing. For nothing. You want what's that? Carolina, Greensboro. They wanted to eat at the white establishment, so they had to sit in, right? And mind you, they college kids, so they like 18, 19, 20 years old, 21. So they established a sit-in in this college, and they sat in the college, and they sat in the store to be served by the oppressor. The oppressor spitting in their food and pissing in their drinks and all type of stuff like that. And they sat there so they can eat the food and drink the drinks, because in their mind, they just wanted to be free. They wanted the freedom to eat at the white establishment. They wanted the freedom to drink the white man's drinks. But you drinking his piss and you eating his spit. Like, how low will you go to be accepted by them? Whole time down the street, you got Big Mama's soul food. You know what I'm saying? You got Rocco's sandwiches. We invented fried chicken. What? Invented the cheesesteak, the hoagie. All of that's been invented by people that was poor, the low, the meek. But you want to go to some white man's establishment and drink his piss? Like, it's a sickness. It has to be some type of sickness that make you want to say, you know what? I'm going to eat at the white establishment. I'm going to go eat their peanut butter and jelly. Screw Big Mama's soul food. It's a sickness, man. It's just sick. You're sick. All right. Let's drop that. Give me what did you go to earlier?
Yeah, Genesis 6:2.
Mm-hmm. You read that already? Okay. Let's go to Matthew 24 and 37. And this is what make it heavy, because when Christ broke it down, in the days of Noah, we was eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage, which is how we live today, with no regard for pending danger, no regard for what's about to happen to us. You know what I'm saying? No regard that your kid might be killed by the cops. Your 1-year-old baby might be shot by the cops. Philando Castile got shot in front of his kids and his wife, reaching for his ID. With no regard that the beast is trying to destroy you, you go lay with him. And you think, not all of them bad. No, not all white people bad. Not all of them. But what you going to do when you in a situation where he has to choose between his race or yours? What's more important, your people or the person you laying in the bed with? Like, you got to understand that you belong to something. You belong to somebody. We're family, right? And then he's the enemy. So then when you lay in bed with the enemy, what's more important to you? Your love or your family? What's more important? Because one day it's going to come to a point where you're going to have to decide. When my family come in with her Edomite boyfriend, you could tell there's a difference. And she still talk like herself, like, oh yeah, he a white guy. But you could tell he's uncomfortable. He's extremely uncomfortable. I wonder how he is when he's at home with her alone. Is he comfortable then? Because he's not going to be like himself here. That's out the window. He in the lion's den. So he's going to act civilized. But when he go home, how does he act then? Does he show his true colors? And that's why he the devil. Because he's going to lie and deceive and cheat to get what he want. He want us to like him. So he going to act like a good white boy, a good white man. No. I'd rather you get with Johnny down the street. He a knucklehead. However, I could trust him. I could trust him to be a nigga. He going to go through some shit. He going to get through some shit. True. But that's your brother. That's your kinsman. You won't lay in bed with a white man. You don't know what he thinking that night. That's the enemy. You don't know what he thinking that night. Cop pull you over. Cop might let him go. Lock you up. You know what I'm saying? On whatever case you in, white boy or girl. Go ahead. Read what you got.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 37.
Mm-hmm.
But as the days of Noah were,
What?
so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Meaning what? They had no concern about what was going on. They had no concern that the Lord was about to flood the earth. Can you imagine you just living your life? You partying every day. You know what I'm saying? You at the bar, you down South Philly, you down Center City, partying, clubbing, you just having sex with whoever, you know what I'm saying, smoking whatever, drinking whatever, but you don't really know what's about to happen to the earth. Meanwhile, we on the corner teaching. We on the corner teaching the whole earth. The Lord is about to destroy this place. And it's gonna be like Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what happened to them, right? Fire and brimstone rained out the damn sky. Right? The Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So we out on the streets teaching every week. The Lord about to destroy this place. Just like Noah was. Noah building a boat. They're like, this nigga crazy. Look at Noah. How you building a boat? Is it water right here, nigga? Lord said he gonna wipe this place out. Lord said he gonna destroy this place. As in the days of Noah, people was eating, drinking, marrying, giving unto marriage. And why did the Lord destroy the earth back then? You know? Why?
For the sons of God saw the daughters of men, and they were fair.
Explain what the sons of God and the daughters of men are.
Yes. The sons of God are God's chosen people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native men and women. And they
so what the Most High said was, yeah, he took Adam and his wife and he closed up the flesh thereof. Meaning it's the only bloodline that he's going to work with. He don't work with no other bloodlines. He closed up the flesh. He sealed the flesh, right? So now the children of Adam, the children of Eve, right? That's the bloodline that he was working with. However, the sons of God, which is that bloodline, were having sex with who?
All the other races on the earth.
The daughters of men. So this is the family of the Most High. It's Adam's family. The Lord only dealing with Adam's family. We had the garden, all that. We was set, and then somebody did something stupid, and we lost all of it. Now, 8-9 generations later, Adam's family is just promiscuous. They out here in the streets, just throwing a box away, hunting down lascivious box. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord say, I'm gonna destroy this place. I see I can't strive with man. I can't deal with man like this. I'm gonna wipe this place out and start brand new. I'm gonna start from the beginning. So the children of Adam's family, was out here with the children of men, right? The Lord wiped this whole place out. That's what we see today. We see the children of men dealing with your sisters, my cousins, my brothers. That's who we're dealing with, right? And why is it so important? Because what you do, in theory, what you're going to do is you're going to water down your bloodline. So let's say my sister, right, is with an Edomite. she's no longer available for a brother that needs a wife, right? Because she's with this man. So he's going to take from what we had. He's picking from our tree, picking the fruit of our tree. And so now, in next generation, like everything that she learned, everything she's been through, all the stuff that she could teach children now, go to her, go to their family, go to them, right? Or if you got a brother, which you watering down your generation, your bloodline is promiscuous. Now you got to teach your children about being mixed. You know what kind of talk that is? You know, they was sitting there. My aunt was like, "Yeah, I had to show her some pictures and show we had other white people in the family too." Now you got to make them feel comfortable in the family. Well, ain't no white people in the family. My grandma was just light skinned, but she had to make my cousin's daughter feel comfortable. And now you're not white, you're not black, you're not Hispanic, you're nobody. Now you mixed. You don't even belong nowhere. What kind of, that's trauma in itself. You got to live a lifestyle where you don't even belong nowhere. You don't fit in anywhere. Why would you put your child through that? It's selfish of you, because now you want to have sex with this white man. Now your baby don't even have a place. Can't fit in anywhere. You don't look like me. You don't look like them. You don't look Hispanic. And they say, yeah, I'm mixed. Now, how are you mixed? Is your dad black or your dad white? You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna say. But you watering down the generations, man. What you do is that's why it's such a sin. It's wrong. It's like mixing fabrics that don't supposed to be mixed and then selling it. And now you're gonna have a lifelong, your child gonna have a lifelong trauma to try to you know what I mean, try to put back together. You know what I mean? It's wicked as hell, dog. It's wicked as hell. Interracial marriage is wicked in itself, which is why this is a good topic. I wish I would have put it together. You know what I'm saying? If I would have put it together, it would have been a lot more smooth, a lot less transitions. But as in the days of Noah, we was eating, drinking, giving in the marriage. Go ahead.
Kabukan. Given into marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. Verse 39.
And what happened when Noah entered the ark? That's going to be no different than when we enter in the chariots, right? Or when we see Christ come through, and when we see Christ deal with these people like they've been told about, they've been talked about through the whole scriptures. Most High said, Esau, he said he remembered Esau. You remember that? He said he gonna spin on Esau. Just know that, all right? What he said about Jehovah Nissi is in Exodus. Hold on. But anyway, Amalek will never be forgiven. Esau will never be forgiven, right? When the white man come through on Esau, don't be with him. Don't be in his bed. Don't be in his car. Because when the white man spin on Esau, it's going to be a bad day. And you with the enemy. You sleeping with the enemy. So like in the days of Noah, they were sleeping with the enemy. And the Lord, like when Moses told him, he said, mark your door. Slaughter the lamb and mark your door. If you don't mark your door, the death angel coming in your house. And that's what happened. Death angel came in their house. You sleeping with the enemy. You would have never known because your brother ain't tell you. You're not with your family. You're not with the men that care about you. You know what I mean? So when the day comes for them, that's the day that's coming for you. You guilty by association, right? Noah gonna build that ark. He gonna put that ark up. That's us on the street teaching. We teaching. Most High coming. Christ coming back. Christ coming back to assume his proper seat as king over earth, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, king over Israel, king over all the kings. We speak against princes and principalities. We speak against countries, nations, Trump, Netanyahu. We speak against people of power, right? That's us at the camp teaching. Noah is telling people the Lord's going to destroy this place. I'm building this boat. The boat is like the kingdom of heaven. It's my Father's house. I'm building it. And one day when it's built, I'm going to get in that boat and I'm going to close that door. And what happened when Noah closed that door? It started raining. And people was outside of that boat trying to get into the boat. They're trying to get into the kingdom. But you can't just walk into the kingdom. You had to already be here. Right? When the door closed, only 8 people made it. Only 8 people made it. His mom was outside that door. His dad was outside that door. His aunts, uncles, his cousins was outside the door crying in the water. He heard everybody's screams. You know what I'm saying? And he had to deal with that. And for 40 days, 40 nights, he had to guide his family somewhere. They looking at him for guidance. Like, yo, no, what we doing there? Until the day that boat landed. Then it was a new generation. But as soon as they landed, sin came through Ham, which is why Ham is cursed. Right? Most High know what he's doing, man. Just don't find yourself on the wrong end of the bullet. Don't find yourself on the wrong end of the spear that's meant for Esau. Give me that scripture, Jehovah Nisi. That's Exodus 15 and something. I think it's 15. I don't know what it is. Exodus something. Hold on, I'll find it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Exodus 17. 17 and 15. Exodus 17 and 15. They be talking about that Jehovah Nisi too. Talking about that Jehovah Nisi. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 17, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses built an altar
and
called his name and called the name of it. How you want me to pronounce it?
Jehovah Nisi.
That's how you want to pronounce it? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you want me to use our
Go ahead.
Jehovah Nisi.
Mm-hmm.
For he said, because the Lord have sworn that the Lord will
be
have.
Talking about that Jehovah Nisi, right? Your grandma know them? The Jehovah Witness, they be talking about Jehovah Nisi. They have no idea who Jehovah Nisi is. They have no idea who the Lord is, right? This Jehovah Nisi right here. Keep going.
For he said, because the Lord have sworn that the Lord will have war with
Amalek.
Have
what?
Will have war with Amalek.
The Lord gonna have war with Amalek. The Lord gonna spend on Amalek. You know who Amalek is, right? I'm sure you know. Give me Genesis 16. Give me the bloodline after you read that. Go ahead.
From generation to generation.
Give me Genesis 16. The bloodline of Esau. Is it 16? Hold on. Ooh. Salakia, Genesis 36 and 16. Start at 15.
This book of Genesis 36, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
These were dukes of the sons of Esau.
And dukes mean like high-ranking people. Sons of Esau. What?
The sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of Esau. Duke Teman, Duke Omar, Duke Zepho, Duke Kenaz, Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, and Duke Amalek.
Duke Amalek. Amalek were the dukes or the high ranking of the sons of Esau, right? The Lord just said he gonna have war with Esau from generation to generation. And that's who you choose to lay in bed with. Somebody that the Lord hates. Right? Matter of fact.
Okay.
I'm trying my hardest to stay on this interracial marriage. I'm trying my hardest to stay on this interracial marriage. Ooh wee. Yikes, Abad. I came here on fire today, Abad. Halfway lit. All right, give me you got that. You got that. Give me First Esdras 8 and 84. You got a apocrypha?
Yeah.
I'm tripping. All right, so while I'm about getting the door, I'm gonna read first Esdras 8 and 84. So look, yeah. Shalom, sis. How you doing, sis? All right, so you got first Esdras 8 and 84. Well, you can read it when you're ready.
Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 84.
Mm-hmm.
Slux, my fault.
Good, you got it. Man. Abad, don't worry about that. Just give me Tobit 4 and 12.
Yes, sir.
Give me Tobit 4 and 12, Abad. It's in the Apocrypha. Tobit is in the Apocrypha, so you definitely need your Apocrypha. Give me Tobit 4 and 12.
Yes, this is my phone.
Your phone freezing up? Your phone got a demon on it. Listen, but pretty much what you getting out of first Esdras 8 and 84, you know what I'm saying? It says, therefore you should not join your daughters unto their sons, neither shall you take your daughters unto your sons. What happens is we maintain strength by being the stronger we get. We maintain strength we maintain strength in our bloodline by Salakia. I mean, it should only make sense. You know what I mean? The more we water down our race, the less stronger we are, right? So we can't teach our children our history. We can't teach our children about slavery. You know what I'm saying? What happens is you poison the bloodline because now you can't teach your children about what they need to know, how to survive in the world, what not to eat, because now you're going against them. You know what I'm saying? Their customs and their cultures are different, right? So now your children think that whatever their dad do or their mom or whatever case may be, whatever they do is also right. You know what I mean? But they don't have laws. They don't have customs. They don't have a heritage. They don't have a way to live life. They're not governed by the same laws that we're governed by. They don't live by the same creed that we live by. They don't gotta, tuck their purse when they walk through the doors. You know what I'm saying? They don't gotta, hide their emotions when they drive in the car when the police drive by. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the same type of I don't know what you call it, but they don't have the same type of ways of life that we have. You know what I'm saying? They never survived in the neighborhoods that we survived in. They never walked down the blocks that we walked through. So their way of life is different. You know what I'm saying? So when you train up a child, it's hard to train them in the way where they should go if you're teaching them another culture, another custom. You can't give them the tools to grow because they'll never have what it takes. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I could speak as free as I want to, but being Esau or being white, you don't live the same life that you live being black. It's two different lifestyles, right? So as a white man, what do you teach your children? You teach your children how to be superior. You teach your children how to, I don't know, they way of bringing their children up is different. It's totally different. You know what I'm saying? They got nannies and all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Their way of life is totally different. But you teach your child how to survive. You teach your child how to, what's $1 and how much is it worth? You know what I'm saying? You get a bag of chips, or used to get the bag of chips, a soda, 2 bags of chips and a soda for $1, because we got to take what we have and make whatever we can make with it. That's what our families did. We made it work. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we had, we made it work. And that's the mind of a black and Hispanic. You just make it work. You might got $1.50. That's enough. But white people don't think like that. Their way of life is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a whole different custom. And so what happens is you weaken your heritage. You weaken your culture by mixing with another race. You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna be mixed with the Chinese. You gonna teach your children about kung fu and some big ass, Chinese hats. That's gonna be their culture as well. Next thing you know, they speak in Chinese because nobody wants to be black. Nobody want to be a nigga from the ghetto. So they're gonna say, yeah, I'm black and I'm Chinese, or I'm Chinese and I'm black. And now their dominant culture is the one that's not black. You dig what I'm saying? And that's how you water down your race. That's how you make sure that the families that died and the families that went through slavery, all of that, that's how you make sure that the bloodline of Israel is no more. That's a way to destroy your bloodline. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. You're guilty by interracial marriage. You're guilty. What you're doing is you watering down the bloodline, right?
Right.
So that's what you got in the first Esdras. Go ahead to Tobit where you was going to.
You said Tobit
4
1
and 12.
4 and 12.
Yeah.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife.
What's a strange woman?
Yes, sir.
Good.
It's a woman outside your race.
The Bible called them strangers, right? A stranger is somebody who's not like you. So, sis, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm Officer Knock, teaching the class today. Did you have any questions, or what brought you here?
I'm listening.
Okay, so the brother, when I was late, right? So the brother, the guy on Shamar, when he started the class, he titled the class Interracial Marriage. So I just jumped in where he was at on interracial marriage. But as far as the Bible is important for us because it's our history. It's our blueprint. It's about Adam's family, right? Adam lost the garden. Adam lost the promise, I guess you could say, right? And the whole Bible was about us getting it back. That's what Christ was here for. He was all of it is trying to get us back to the garden that we lost in Adam's time, right? So the Israelites are the children of Adam, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? So that's Adam's family, right? The children of Israel. We're supposed to get it back one day. However, we've been confused by someone called the devil, right? You familiar with who the devil is, right? Okay. So the devil's job is to dissuade you. The devil's job is to make you think sin is pleasure, to make you think sin is more important than what you lost, right? So the devil, like Job, right? Job was a man that was after the Most High's heart, but he sent Satan, right? Satan is a spirit, but the devil is a man. So both of them came to Job, and they tried to make Job curse the Most High, but he didn't. He stayed thorough, and the Most High blessed him. He gave him all his blessings back. That's what we here for, right? Job predates Genesis. Job is early in Genesis. It's an oratory, right? So now we here to teach these laws, the books of the prophets, what they went through, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Amos, all of the prophets. We teach the books of the prophets, and then Christ, his disciples, and what the men after Christ went through, right? This is the whole Bible. So from beginning to end, even the stories in the Apocrypha, which is the time of Greece. So the whole Bible is what we teach from front to back. We don't leave nothing out. You know what I'm saying? Our job is to bring back a family that we lost. You know what I'm saying? That we all want to have again. And when that family returns, when we able to have this family again, we'll see a community like we've never seen before, right? We'll see a people that we've never seen before, because now people are more worried about what's right instead of the things that were wrong. So for instance, in Egypt, when we left Egypt, we was in the wilderness for 40 years, something like that? Was it 40 years? We was in the wilderness for 40 years. And while we was in the wilderness, people wanted to go back to Egypt. They missed something called the flesh pots, will be like a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Let's say if we all left America today, you're gonna miss something. You're gonna miss social media. You're gonna miss Ruby Tuesdays. It's something that you want to miss about America. And that's what it was like in Egypt. So we was in Egypt for 400 years or plus. So now everybody had a connection to our slavery. So that's the thing. That's what we here to teach today. That the Lord gave you a custom. The Lord gave you a heritage. The Lord gave us something that we threw in the trash. And when we threw it away, somebody else picked it up. The Jewish man. Can I say that on here? The little hat man. The man with the little hat. He picked it up. And today he owns the Diamond District. Today he owns the rap business, or he owns whatever music industry. He owns hospitals. He owns parts of cities that should have been ours. You know what I'm saying? They wear them little tassels and them little hats, and their customs was supposed to be ours, right? So all the things, the world is a Ponzi scheme. You know what I'm saying? The world is a lie, which is why we call this place the home of the truth. Because if you don't accept the truth, then it mean you're comfortable with a lie. You dig what I'm saying? So, like I said, the brother was going into interracial marriage, so I just hopped in and just kept the ball rolling with the interracial marriage. But if you got any questions about anything biblical, you can just raise your hand and ask, like whatever you want to ask. Who is Noah? You ask some questions and we'll get them answered. All right. And what's your name, sis? Joy. Nice to meet you, Joy. All right. So go back to Tobit chapter 4,
Yes, sir.
verse 12.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Beware of all whoredom, my son.
Mm-hmm. Now, whoredom is what? About?
Yes, sir. Is you have also whoredom is also interracial marriage.
It is.
Also.
It is. But remember, the Lord said that we fell victim to whoredom. So whoredom is not just interracial marriage; it's also something else. Like what?
Prostitute, sir.
Mm-hmm. It's a form of adultery. So what we did was we went to other gods, right? We went to where we wasn't supposed to be, right? So Most High saying, beware of all whoredom, my son. Chiefly, go ahead.
And chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
So now this is the Most High telling us, when you take a wife, make sure she's of the seed of your fathers. So, you know what I'm saying? When we go and we looking for the Chinese woman, what you looking for in a Chinese woman? The hell she got for you? Right? A Chinese woman is going to, like, what was the brother name? Chinese woman is going to have, what's his name? He starts speaking their languages. It was in the, what's his name? He was speaking their languages. He was more concerned about them. Is this, jog my memory. He was with Moab and Ammon, and he started speaking their language. Yeah. But anyway, the whole point is, what happens is when you go into their customs, you forget your custom. You forget what it's like to be black. You forget what it's like to be Israelite. You forget what life was like growing up. You forget who your mother is, and your mother taught you, you know what I'm saying, who to stay away from. Right now, you laying in bed with them, right? Your mom said, yeah, when you walk through them neighborhoods, my mom said she got chased by them on the way home, all through South Philly. They chased her, and then I'm gonna go lay with one, right? Or your mom, Rick Child chased that brother four blocks down the street and shot him in his back. 4 blocks down the street and then shoot him in his back is a murder. And in any law, that's murder, right? But he said he thought he was trying to steal 3 bottles of water. You know what I'm saying? That's the people that you laying with. People that obviously hate you. You ever go in a beauty supply store? When you go in a beauty supply store, they be watching you like a hawk. They got 29 cameras, right? They watch you like a hawk because they don't trust you. You ever go in a Chinese store and ask for extra duck sauce? They gonna tell you it's 10 cents for duck sauce. They don't care about you. And the only reason they in our neighborhoods is because we had an act passed. And the act was so that the minorities could get money in black neighborhoods. Those minorities were Chinese, Arabs. Give me some more. Chinese, Arabs, who be in them and Afghanis and all the Middle Easterns, all them subways and them damn gas stations. Those was supposed to be for us. That's supposed to be our bill passed for minorities to have businesses in the neighborhoods. Now you can't even sell water on the side of the road. You can't be a vendor because there's many licenses you need to be a vendor. You can't just vend when that's the best job for a black man. Sell some water, sell something, but they're going to shut you down as a vendor because you need 30 different licenses. But Rick Child can open up a business and all his family live upstairs, and you steal some water and he's going to shoot you in your back and get acquitted. Walk away scot-free, right? So now when you lay with them, you pretty much spitting in the face of everybody who ever went through something, everybody who ever died, everybody who ever cried at the hands of your enemy, everybody who was ever a victim of your enemy. You just spit in their face. You understand what I'm saying? That's the weight of it. The weight of it is, it's almost like you hate your family to lay with them, or you hate your family to, you meet a white guy, you meet a white man, or you meet a white sister, or whoever the case may be. You can feel that it's not the same. It's a different culture. It's a different society. It's a different world, literally. And when you involve yourself in that world, you feel the difference. When you go amongst their family and you in their house, you know you in a different world. It's a different spirit. The table is different. The music is different. Everything is different because it's a whole nother world. The Lord set it up like that. That's why he said the world of Israel. We got our own world. We got our own spirit. Everything about us is set apart, is different, it's holy. Keep going.
Yes, sir. And take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred.
Now let's all right. So when the Lord destroyed the earth the first time with Noah, which we just read, right? It was because they was drinking, marrying, and giving into marriage, right? So what you would call interracial marriage, right? They just promiscuous. They out there doing whatever they want to do, which is like today's time. When the Lord destroyed Israel, was through Solomon, because Solomon had strange wives. So anytime the Lord destroyed anything, most of the time it was because we were marrying strange women, right? Or a strange woman was, or women was marrying strange men. The Lord destroyed, he broke Israel apart. Israel never been the same since. You had a northern and southern kingdom. And when they split, what we call the northern kingdom became the northern tribes, like the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Americans. And then we got Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Everything split because Solomon had strange women, strange wives. The man that was above everybody had strange wives. Go ahead.
Kalawakan. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land.
Listen, dog, that's what we trying to find. We trying to find that blessing because the Lord gave it to us. The Lord said that we was going to have an inheritance. That inheritance was supposed to be ours. What we got now? We don't even know where black is. We got Africa, America. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have a culture today. Our culture is theirs. You know what I'm saying? We don't have anything that we can call ours. We don't have a name. You know what I'm saying? We don't have like, where were we before 1600? Who were we before 1600? We don't have anything. And they made sure that we don't know nothing, right? But one day, Lord willing, you're going to teach your children who they are, where they come from. You're going to teach them their culture. And everybody in this Bible is your family. Everybody in this Bible are the people that you come from. So the history was never forgotten. It was never lost. It's right here. But we just never taught our children. My cousin just went upstate. He up in Camp Hill right now. And he like, yo, it's like an epidemic. It's an epidemic of kids up here. It's a bunch of kids. They all 20 and 19 and 18 years old up there. All of them. They young as hell. You know what the problem is? We didn't teach them. We failed our children. All of them. Because now they all up in jail. About 38,000 inmates in the state of Pennsylvania. Doing 20 years, 40 years. Their life is lost. All the time you spent with your children, all the food you fed them, all the time you spent, caring for them or not, but all the time we spent raising these children is thrown away because now they're in somebody's jail cell for the next 20 years. That's why the scripture said in Hosea 4:6, what did it say?
We're destroyed for lack of knowledge.
That's why we destroyed, because we don't got no knowledge. We can't teach our children what we don't know. You know what I mean? Sis, if you got any questions, raise your hand. I know you got some questions. I know you got a question. Go ahead. What you got? Oh, the microphone, because they can't hear you in the feed. Yeah, they can't. They hear you on the internet. Yeah. Don't get nervous. You good.
So, so dealing with interracial marriages. So I understand that the Israelites who were spread out all over, right? So Africa, I don't know about the beliefs here, but I do believe that it's possible that some Israelites first maybe in Africa. But I noticed that with Black American men, that they're saying that they're having an issue with a lot of Black women, Black American women being difficult. So they're starting to look over in Africa specifically. Yeah. And being a Black woman in American woman, I feel a little ways about that, but I don't know. I guess I just wanted to hear your perspective as a man on that, as far as Black men reaching out to women, because I guess they feel like they're black because they're African, and they're going to them because they're saying like they're more submissive and obedient versus the Black American and such.
Yeah, what you witnessing is men that's weak as hell. Weak as hell, because you can't deal with a black woman, right? A black woman might have mouth. She might have sass, right? The Bible talks about it all the time, right? The Lord said he scabbed the back of her head for her sassiness, right? Which is why it's hard for women to grow hair. Now they got to get wigs and all type of stuff. They put eyebrows on their eyebrows, nails on their nails. They put lips on their lips. That's just a black woman, right? But a man that can't deal with that is a weak man, right? Because you as a man should be able to, the Bible says, humble your woman, right? The woman, if when it comes to marriage, right, it says you humbled her, right? But if you can't humble the woman, then she's not yours, right? So when you go try to find a woman that's weaker, a woman that you can humble, or that's easier to humble, you're trying to find easier game as a man, right? So instead of you going to hunt something that's fast or something that's hard to catch, you go get a rabbit. Or that's fast too, but you go get like something that's in a cage. You think what I'm saying? As a man, you should want to train up a family, right? Because if a woman is harder to deal with, she's strong, she's unwavering, right? And that's the type of woman that you want, because she can find things. The Bible talks about a woman that finds properties, right? Or in Proverbs 31, that type of woman, a woman that has traits, right? Not promiscuous. What's the word I'm looking for? Virtuous woman that got skills, right? Those skills you learn them skills in the ghetto. You learn them skills by being in the gutter. However, there are a lot of women that are dragons, right?
Yeah, I was going to add to that. Like, I just feel like I understand a lot of Black American women today are very difficult and disrespectful to their man, and that's not acceptable. So I do understand a little bit with Black men is like running tired or weary of that.
Yeah.
But I just don't agree with the solution being like we're going to go one way.
Yeah.
But it used to be like, well, it still was kind of like, but before it used to be like white women, but now
Yeah.
it's like some of the men who understand that they're Israelite, they may not say I'm going to go with the white women, but they're saying that they're going to go abroad to get like still foreign.
Yeah.
Like African, for example.
Yeah. So what we do, we got a courtship program, right? And during this time, a man and a woman can learn what they don't like or what they do like about a woman, right? So for instance, let's say you with somebody, right? And you don't like the way his feet smell, right? You shouldn't have laid with him, right? Because once you lay with him, y'all seal the deal. You tie the knot. But until then, you got to learn what you don't like about that woman, or learn what you don't like about that man. And that's what the courtship is for. We got a year program of courting, just so you can learn that person. But a person that flies all the way, you fly over Camden, New Jersey, you fly over Philly, you fly over Atlantic City, you fly over everything, Houston, Texas, to fly to some other country. And when you get to another country, you're going to find something that you wasn't looking for, because you don't know it's over there. You drink the water over there and the Lord be with you. I don't know if you ever heard of like places like India. It's bad over there. It's disgusting. Like the water, they got this river and they wash themselves in the river. They believe that it's spirits or something, that when you wash in the river, you're gonna get some type of angelic something covering you. And it's feces in that river. And that's the river they drink from. You're gonna go to India and you're gonna get explosive diarrhea. You're gonna go to Africa and they making food that you eat with your fingers. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go to these different countries, you're gonna find out what it's like to be a heathen. However, these sisters, they've been in the ghetto with you. They struggle with you. They had they had messed up parents too, right? They dealt with the same trauma that you dealt with, right? And you can't fix the sister. That's the problem. If you can fix the sister, then the Lord was with you and her, right? But if you can't fix the sister, then you just giving up on her. And we don't give up on nobody. That's what we here for. We here to fix the Black and Hispanic community. That's our fight. And it's not just sisters, because I got brothers, I got cousins that hate to hear the truth. But our job, we signed up, that oil hit our head, to care about people that don't give a damn about themselves. That's what we care for. People that hate themselves. So even the woman that you with, she might have grown up in the worst of conditions. She might have dealt with the worst of things in her life. Who knows what happened to this woman? But your job is to fix her. Your job is to make sure that the Lord is with you and this woman and your children. Because regardless how bad it is, the Lord gave you a blessing, right? Now you're going to go find one of them Indian women? Ooh-wee. Lord be with you. They smell different. They got a different smell. I do air conditioning. So I go in their house. They fan come on. Dog. That's who you don't want to be with. I can promise you. All right. So any other questions, or that was it? That was it. Yeah. You just weak as hell if you can't deal with the woman. If you can't, tell her what needs to be done. If she can't listen to you, then she outranks you, technically. All right. What you got, Abad?
Still have Tobit 4 and 12, sir, but we finished this, sir.
But
You want to read it again, sir, from the top?
yeah. No matter of fact, let me see. Let me see what else we got here. Abad, I wanna. Abad, I'm trying to stay here, man. But if y'all just tuning in, this week in Mississippi, right? We got a couple people on the internet. This week in Mississippi, right? A sister was shoplifting. She took some stuff, allegedly, ran out, got in the car, and took off. The police chased her and unloaded the pistol in the windshield of the car for shoplifting. He shot this woman's car up, and her 1-year-old son got killed. Right? That right there is the pinnacle of being a devil, right? For you to think that somebody shoplifted and they stole out the store and I'm gonna just shoot at their car, for you to think that, it's only because she's black. It's only because you know that in your mind, she's just a children of the slaves, right? She's somebody who you don't. Let's say that woman was white. That cop would have never shot in that car. He would have never shot that car if that was a white woman. If that was a Japanese woman, he would have never shot that car. Well, why did he shoot the car? Because it was a black woman. Because they don't care about us. They have no regard for the old or the young. They don't give a damn about blacks and Hispanics, which is why the Bible said, come together, O nation not desired. We the ones that they turn down every day. We the ones that they kill in the street. We the ones that die in the street daily, weekly. It seems like it's always something in the news about some black man or black woman, in this case, a black child getting killed by the hands of a white man. Shot down. He shot the car up 20-something times, or however many times he shot the car up, and some little boy got killed. 1-year-old baby got killed. They don't give a damn about you, man. White man is the devil the Bible speaks of. And in order for you to, let's say, we won't know the kingdom of heaven until that day comes when we know who the devil is. It got to be a falling away first, and the son of perdition be revealed. The man of sin, the mystery of iniquity. We know where the iniquity comes from. We know where hell comes from. It comes from the man we call the devil. And we can't get out of hell until we know who the devil is. You know what I mean? Give me Judges 14:1. Let's go there. Y'all just gonna hear me talk about that at camp. Because Abba got me talking about interracial marriage.
This is the book of Judges, the 14 and verse 1. And Samson went down to Timnath and saw a woman in Timnath.
You familiar with who Samson is, right? Abba?
Oh, yes, I am.
You know who Samson is, right?
All
right, go ahead.
Of the daughters of the Philistines.
So Samson went down to Timnath, right? Where you at?
Verse 2.
All right. I'm in Jeremiah. So long. Judges 14 and 2. All right. So Samson went down to Timnath, right? Which is where the Philistines were, right? And he saw a woman down there with the Philistines. Philistines today would be Africans, right? This is your story, sis. This the brother, Samson, went down to the Africans and tried to find a woman in the Africans. This is your story right here in the Bible. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And he came up and told his father and his mother and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. Now, therefore, get her for me to wife.
So he went and told his mom, like, yo, mom, I found this African woman. I found this African woman down in the Philistines in Timnath. Can I marry her? Go ahead.
Verse 3. Then his father and his mother said unto him, is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren?
So you telling me all these black and Hispanic women that's right here in the city, you gonna go down to Timnath and find you an African? Go ahead.
Or among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines?
Now this is heavy because women can't be. Let's just say when it says uncircumcised, what does it mean? What does it mean uncircumcised?
They don't follow the laws of God.
They're not of your people. They don't follow the laws of God, right? So now you're gonna go find a woman of these heathens, right? It's what the Bible calls them, heathens, men that's uncircumcised. You know what I'm saying? Women that are in the same type of culture that they into. They eat fufu and goop scoop and prickle and the nastiest things you could think of. That's what they into. They in the, as Yediah call it, lasciviousness. Shout out to Yediah. Say this word, lasciviousness. Go ahead.
Come. And Samson said unto her father, get her for me, for she pleaseth me well.
Go ahead. It was something in this woman that attracted him. It's something in this woman that he liked, right? More so, it was nothing in his own woman that he liked. And that's the question. That's what his mother is asking. Like, what is it that you like about this African that you don't like about the women here? But you go take a woman that's of the uncircumcised Philistines. You want to go take a heathen to marry, right? That's what they're asking him. Go ahead.
Verse 4. But his father and his mother knew not that it was of the Lord.
Go ahead.
That he sought an occasion against the Philistines. For at that time the Philistines had dominion over Israel.
So this is an oppressor. So this is like, in our case, a white man. The Philistines had dominion over Israel, right? So this is like marrying a white man in this case, right? Now it said it's of the Lord. Why? Because what happened? What did this woman do to Samson? You familiar?
Yes, sir. I know there's two accounts. There's one woman, father didn't, there was the father didn't marry, gave her up to someone else, and then he tied the
yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened when he tied the fire to the John, and then he went on a run.
Yes, sir.
That's what happened, right? Keep going. And if I'm not mistaken, he found another woman. Was the other woman a heathen too? Delilah. Yeah. Delilah was a heathen too. And that's the one that wanted to know his weakness. Damn, Samson had it bad. Go ahead.
But his father and his mother knew not. Oh, verse 5. Then went Samson down and his father and his mother to Timnath, and came to the vineyards of Timnath, and behold, a young lion roared against him. Verse 6. And the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and he rent him as he would have rent a kid.
Go ahead.
And he had nothing in his hand, but he told not his father or his mother what he had done.
This was the when the bees was in the lion, right? Somewhere around here somewhere, right? But Samson was another one. This story get crazy, right? It's a lot going on with Samson. Samson had a lot going on. He went on a run for burning down the damn. Was it a vineyard or was it a what kind of field was it? Hold on.
I gotta look it up.
He tied the fire to the fox's tail, and he burnt down some yard.
Yes.
It had some type of crops in it. You know what I'm saying? He wanted this girl bad. He went on a run, and then he got another John, Delilah, and she trying to braid his hair.
Right.
And she like, tell me your weakness. He like, what? You tripping? She like, tell me your weakness. She got him, damn near got him to the point where he couldn't say no. And he told his weakness, and she cut his hair off, jammed him up, tied Samson down. Samson had a rough life, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give you another story, sis. Another account. Give me Genesis 34. Read another account.
And Samson also was a Nazarite, sir.
Huh? Yeah, he was a Nazarite too. Yep, he took a vow of Nazarite, and then he sinned. That African box must have been crazy. Jesus Christ. Go ahead. We're gonna read Genesis 34 and start at 1.
This is the book of Genesis 34, verse 1. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. Verse 2.
So she went out to see her peoples. Go ahead. Not her peoples, but she went to see the daughters of the land, maybe her friends. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her.
Now, she was out there with the daughters of the land, right? The men in the land were Africans, right? Or the people of that land was Africans. So he out there, Shechem and Hamor, the Hivite, which is Africans, right? It said the prince of the country, he saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. What does that mean? Sis? He saw her, he took her, and he laid with her and defiled her.
I'm not sure. Right. Like they got together.
A little bit more aggressive.
Okay, so this means.
It's way more aggressive than that. From the African's case, he saw her, he took her, and he lay with her and defiled her.
Like non-consensual.
Yes, he saw her, he took her, he defiled her, and lay with her. Keep going.
Yes, sir. Verse 3. And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel, and spake kindly unto the damsel. Verse 4. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife. Verse 5. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah his daughter. Now his sons were with his cattle in the field.
Now, so when he came to tell Jacob, when he said they want the daughter to wife, his sons was in the field too. You know who the sons are, right? This all 12. Jacob had 12 sons, and they out there and they heard it. Go ahead.
And Jacob held his peace until they were come.
So Jacob like, oh shit, I know these niggas about that crazy. They sister was out there in African land, and something happened to her. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him. Verse 7. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it. And the men were grieved.
So now they came out the field and they heard it. So now they upset. Go ahead.
And they were very wroth.
Mad as hell. Go ahead.
Because he had wrought folly in Israel in line with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done.
Now, why was not consensual? Because she knew better. They knew better, right? Just like Samson knew better. So in this case, he humbled her. And whether it was consensual or not, it was wrong. And so now what happens is her brother's about to run amok. You familiar with this story? You read the story before? Yeah. The two brothers, Simeon and Levi, what they did, and they they wiped out the whole city of Africans. You familiar with this story, right? Abad? They wiped out the whole city of Africans. You know what I mean? So if you read the story, we're gonna leave that alone. Me 1 Kings 11:4.
Yes, sir.
You know when you got it?
This is the book of 1 Kings 11 and verse 4.
What?
For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives.
Order 1.
This is the book of 1 Kings 11 and verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh.
Now, let's not sleep on Solomon, because Solomon was that boy. He got TP2 in the Bible. He got 12 play 2000 in the Bible. He be going crazy. So Solomon, he know what he doing when it comes to these women and these concubines. He's very, very skilled at what he do. Right? Go ahead.
Together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians,
Africans, Africans, what?
And Hittites. Verse 2. Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into.
I think Zidon is Esau, if I'm not mistaken. But go ahead.
Ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their God.
And that's what we were talking about earlier. They're going to turn away your heart after their gods. I think that's what I was talking about, actually, with Solomon. Go ahead.
Solomon clave unto these in love.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. And he had 700 wives,
Mm-hmm.
princesses, and 300 concubines.
Mm-hmm.
And his wives turned away his heart.
You familiar with what a concubine is, right, sis?
Yes. No, I know people say different, you know?
Yeah, but what you think it is?
I mean, I feel like it does seem like it's a lesser of a wife, but I don't know. But I feel like a man determines whether or not the woman is a wife or a concubine, and it was just like a lesser of a wife. And I also think that it's possible that a concubine can be moved up to a wife. But I don't know. And then I've heard people say that an Israelite woman can be a concubine, and I've heard people that say that they can't. So I'm not too sure.
So a concubine is a woman that you gain when you go to war with a people. So if you went to war with, let's say you went to war with another group of people, right? The woman that was there, she would shave her head bald, cut her nails off, pretty much lose her beauty, right? And if they want to be with each other, you know, it'll still be a process or a due process. But she becomes his wife because he killed her people. He killed her husband. You understand what I'm saying?
So that's the only way to be a concubine.
Yeah.
So in modern day, who would you say would be a concubine?
There are no concubines in modern day unless I go to New York and kill everybody in New York and take somebody's wife.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Concubines are gained through war.
Okay.
Right?
So
It's absolutely, yeah.
And so can an Israelite woman be a concubine?
Absolutely. Because you went to war with another country and you killed her husband. So now she has no head. She has no husband.
Okay.
So now you take the wives and the children back to your home, and this woman may become your concubine, which is a woman gained through war.
Okay. And okay, but so then it's not like a man can't just meet a woman and decide, okay, you're a lesser wife.
There's no such thing as a lesser wife. That's wicked as hell to have a lesser wife.
Right.
That's wicked as hell.
Have you heard it before? You know what I'm talking about?
I may have heard something like that.
Okay, right. So that's what I'm just saying that it's like some speculation. I've just heard different things.
So what happens is,
I know it's not a wife, right? So,
yeah.
So that's the difference. So would she get less than the wife? Like
no, she's his wife, but he gained his wife. He gained his wife through a certain type of way. So yeah, so now she shaved her head bald and she put ashes on her head, whatever case may be. It's a law of a concubine in the Bible, right? And it's a whole process they will go through in order to become somebody's wife. Just like okay, you familiar with Esther?
Yes.
The beginning of Esther, when it was a whole process that she had to go through to become the king's wife, right? So that whole is something similar to that process.
So without that, you're saying it wouldn't be like a concubine. It has to be bad to be a concubine. It's not just like I said. I thought it was based on just a lesser of a wife.
Nah, you can't meet a woman and then we gonna say humble her. You can't meet a woman, spit game at her, and she's like, "Oh, this is my concubine." It don't work like that, right? So now this brother had 700 wives and 300 concubines, meaning he killed a lot of people. And he ran through a lot of countries. He met a lot of women and he destroyed a lot of women's husbands. This brother was on the move, right? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And his wives turned away his heart.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. For it came to pass when Solomon...
Meaning what? His wife turned away his heart. What's the heart in the Bible? About
your mind.
So his wife turned away his mind. So now he got a doc with 1 or 2 wives. I'm sure it's a lot, right? With 1,000, Jesus Christ! You know how many phone bills you gotta pay? You know how many car notes that is? You know how many refrigerators you gotta fill? He got 1,000 wives, and so now these women turned away his heart because he want to talk to her about. Now Solomon was very, very wise, right? So the conversations that Solomon have. Solomon, when you read about Solomon, he took the Bathsheba, the Hamite John, and she like, yo, I heard a lot about you, but you far exceed what I heard about you, right? So Solomon was into a lot of different types of information, like astronomy, dimensions. Solomon went way far with information, which is why he said at the end, just serve the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Keep his commandments, because he studied everything. He was in everything. He had his hands in all type of stuff. The gold of Ophir, which is what they never say what Ophir is in the Bible, but just know that this place was rich of gold. He was there with their knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And the people that later on became men of Socrates and all different types of styles of information, it comes from the mind of Solomon first, right? So Solomon was very, very wise. He had his mind in a lot of places. His woman turned away his heart because now he's thinking about, things that we probably shouldn't really go into today, right? So go ahead.
Verse 4. For it came to pass when Solomon was old
Mm-hmm.
that his wives turned away his heart after other gods.
Go ahead. Meaning other gods, something you serve, right? So today a god to us would be money, right? A god to us would be weed that we smoke, something that you serve. The word worship means to work for. So something that you work for, right? Gods today would be, of course, Christianity, Islam, you know what I mean? Anything that you serve more than the Most High, right? Go ahead.
And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God,
Mm-hmm.
as was the heart of David his father.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. For Solomon went after Ashtaroth,
Mm-hmm.
the goddess of the Zidonians, the Zidonians,
What?
and after Milcom.
And we never used the word goddess in the Bible, but they did. I mean, the heathens did. We never used the word goddess, but the heathens did, because they put women up on a pedestal, similar to Diana when Paul went through Ephesus. You know what I'm saying? They had the goddess Diana. She had 1,000 titties on her, right? Ishtar, right, which is the goddess of fertility. That's how you know when you're dealing with other nations or other groups of people, because they use words like goddess or prophetess, things of that nature. But go ahead.
Yes, sir. And after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6.
Good point. So give me Judges 3 and 1.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Judges, chapter 3 and verse 1.
What?
Now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel
To
by
do what?
them. Which the Lord left to prove Israel by them.
Now, when the Most High left other nations, their job is to prove you, to see how thorough you are, right? So now you're going to have your sister walk by, and then you're going to have an African walk by and a white woman walk by. And who you going to choose? We're going to find out who you are when them women walk by, because the Bible said that they were a pharaoh to look upon, right? So an Indian woman walk by, you like, excuse me, sis, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? But the sister walked right past you. Well, you don't want to talk to the sister? We know who you are. We see you. The other nations are here to prove Israel, to prove who you really are. Go ahead.
Kawakan. Even as many of Israel as had not known all the wars of Canaan.
Because we never was taught our history. We don't know our history, right? So now the wars of Canaan were here, or all the wars that we went through. Now we got a war with Esau, right? We dealing with Esau day in and day out. However, they killing our babies day in and day out. However, you go have a baby by Esau or Edomite. You go have a baby by Edomite, same time he go to work and shoot a black woman. All right? What you gonna do then? It's so many movies about people say you gotta Zara talking about it last night. We talking about like you gotta become a cop to try to fix the system. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get into the system to change it, or you gotta vote into the system or become a politician. You can't change the system like that. You can't sleep with a white man to change him. You'll never change his spots. You can't sleep with a white woman and think she's going to be different. Her family's going to change. They don't change. You can't change a leopard spots. An animal is always going to be an animal, right? A bear is always going to be a bear, right? Which is why when they got animals or lions in the zoo, after a certain amount of time, they let them go. You can't keep them. You can't tame a lion after 3 years. You got to let them go. You can't keep it you can't keep it docile. You can't train it like you want to train it. At some point, his natural instincts take over. It's an animal. All right. What else you got? You got any more questions, sis? All right. Give me Nehemiah 13:2.
This is the book of Nehemiah, 13 and verse 2. Because they met not the children of Israel with bread and with water.
Hold on, give me a second. Let me get this with you. Make sure that's the right one. Yeah, Nehemiah. Nehemiah after Jeremiah, right?
Let me see.
It's right here. That's the it's right as Jeremiah, right?
Not right. It's
It's right here. I can't find it.
No,
It's before Jeremiah. Okay. Where we at? Give me a second, y'all. Bear with me. So like, yeah. Let me go here. For Job.
It's after Ezra.
Got you. There we go. Bang. All right, bang. Nehemiah 13. Nehemiah is an excellent book, too. 13. What?
Yes, sir. This is the book of Nehemiah,
Mhm.
13 and verse 1. Or verse 2.
Verse 2.
Because they met not the children of
Read verse 1.
verse 1.
So like, yeah.
On that day they read in the book of Moses in the audience of the people, and therein was found written that the Ammonite and the Moabite should not come into the congregation of God forever.
The Moabite and the Ammonite should not come into the congregation of God forever, right? Moab and Ammon is Asians, right? Let's just call them Asians for now, right? They read in the book of Moses, which is the law, right? In front of the people, which is how we do it at camp, right? So just think camp, right? Therein found written that the Moabite and the Ammonite should not come into the congregation or this body forever. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Because they met not the children of Israel with bread and with water, but hired Baalim.
Which is what?
Say again, sir.
Which is what? Which Baalim? No, not that Baalim. No. This is idol. Like whenever you see Baalim in these older chapters, it's talking about idol worship, right? Idol worship, right? That's what you see Baalim, right? It's like Baalim. The one you're talking about was the boy with charisma, not him, right? But he was also here, like he was like a star, like Jay-Z would be today, or like Jay-Z. You know, when people start rioting, Jay-Z is here to calm us down. You know this nigga Jay-Z? He's selling vinyls of Reasonable Doubt, right? At Target. The only place you could get him is at Target. Why is that important? Jay-Z is selling vinyls of his first album, right? At Target. Why is Target important? Says, you know why Target is important? Yeah, but black people supposed to be boycotting Target, remember? Yeah, remember niggas was like, no, we ain't shopping at Target. No, hell nah. But Jay-Z wants you to go shop at Target. Right? When the Colin Kaepernick situation happened, when everybody was on one knee, Jay-Z took over the Super Bowl. And now he got black people watching the Super Bowl. Yeah, Jay-Z is here to quiet the masses. Jay-Z is here to pacify black people. He's going to make you not be a rebel. That's his job. His job is to kill the rebellious spirit. So we're not watching the Super Bowl. And then Jay-Z going to put The Weeknd and, Bad Bunny and Kendrick Lamar on the Super Bowl. Remember, niggas was taking a knee. We supposed to boycott the Super Bowl. And niggas like, oh, you be boycotting the Super Bowl. They fired Colin Kaepernick. The next year, Jay-Z made you watch that Super Bowl. Take this call from me, bot. Just tell him, ask him if you need something. Just push one. So Jay-Z's job was to pacify black people. That's what he's here to do. But that's who Balaam was, the one that he's talking about, right? So it says, because the children of Israel, they met not the children of Israel with bread and water, but hired Balaam against them, meaning they was trying to dissuade them. They're trying to make them go against the Most High, right? Hired Balaam against them, that he should curse them, right? Howbeit your God turned a curse into a blessing. That's the Black and Hispanic community, right? We follow the curses, right? And we turn our curses into a blessing. For instance, we live out in the worst neighborhoods. What do you say? All right, he good on you know? All right, but you know what I'm saying? We turn the curses into a blessing. Like they gave us oxtails, and we made it into a delicacy, right? They gave us the scraps, and we made cheesesteak with it. They like, damn, this nigga's making cheesesteak, right? They gave us cold cuts. We made hoagies with it. You know what I'm saying? Like the bottom, they give us the little bit, and we make the best out of it. And what happened was oxtails, they used to be cheap as hell because nobody even wanted the tail of the ox. That's the toughest part of the meat. Nah, they gave it to a sister. She dropped it in with these herbs, spices, the Worcestershire sauce or whatever, some ketchup, and let that joint cook for 8 hours with some potatoes. They didn't know you could cook it for 8 hours. They just let it brown. Or you do brown until they just let it brown and stew. 8 hours, you got a delicacy. So now the price of oxtails went up because now they know that they could do that, right? They gave us scraps and we made genius ideas with them, right? Little things like Philadelphia, something that they thought wouldn't even be important. Beachfront property. Now it's prime real estate, right? So we take the scraps and make something better. We turn our curses into blessings. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. That he should curse them, howbeit our God turned the curse into a blessing.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. Now it came to pass when they had heard the law that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4.
So now what happened is they separated Israel, right? Now you damn near like you picking sides. Because when they give you, how can I put this? It's going to be a division. The division is right and wrong. That's pretty much what the division is going to be. Who's right and who's wrong, right? So now when Moab and Ammon come in, they're going to offer you something. And you got the right and the wrong, just like the northern and the southern kingdom. The northern kingdom went because they felt like Jeroboam was giving them the different idols that they could worship, right? And then Rehoboam was just as strong as David. So they went left or right, right? It's right or wrong. So now you choose a side, and it separated Israel from the mixed multitude. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 4. And before this, I.S.U.P.K, the priest, having the oversight of the chamber of the house of our God, was allied unto Tobiah.
Go down to 23.
Verse 23. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab.
Now he just said that they shouldn't come into the congregation forever, right? And then in this day he saw niggas marrying Chinese, niggas marrying Japanese, right?
Verse 24. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod and could not speak in the Jews' language.
So now they don't know our language. They know their language. That's what I saw earlier. They know their language. They don't know how to speak English. They don't know how to say Shalom, Yahbashimashbrakatah. They don't know how to say that, but they know how to say Konnichiwa. You know what I'm saying? They know the language of the oppressor. They know the language of an African oppressor. So in her case, you know, the brother going over there to get a wife in what country? What country they go to? Africa, right? They go get a wife in Nigeria, right? So now they're going to speak the clicking language. They know how to click. but they don't know how to say, you know, what up, dog, or they don't know what DMX sound like, but they listening to Tim's, right? Their language or their culture becomes the prominent culture, and they get rid of the culture that they feel like is lesser, which is ours. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. But according to the language of each people, verse 25, and I contended with
He
them
like, I'm begging them, I'm pleading you. Like, go ahead.
and cursed them
He like, the Lord gonna deal with y'all viciously. Go ahead.
and smote certain of them and plucked off their hair.
Some of them got hit with a mop stick. You know what I'm saying? Plucked off their hair or whatever he hit him with. Smoke means to hit, right? Hit him with something, right? Smacked him in the cheek. He smote him. He just contended with him. He pleading with him. He begging him not to go forth in whatever sin you about to commit as far as marrying these women. But go ahead.
And made them swear by God, saying,
swear is a promise. Go ahead.
Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves.
Go ahead. Or for yourselves. Go ahead.
Verse 26. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things?
We just read it. Solomon sinned by these things. He took these strange wives, and when he did so, we lost the kingdom of Israel. The kingdom of Israel split, and we've never seen Israel be one body since then. Since then, blacks and Hispanics hate each other to this day, right? Native Americans don't even know that they're Israelites. Black people don't even know they're Israelites. We don't even know what Israel is today, right? So when Solomon fell victim to interracial marriage, we lost what was important to us, which is our heritage. Now today, Israel don't even exist because one dude fell victim to foreign box. What?
Yes, sir. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things?
What?
Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his God and made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish woman cause to sin.
Good night. Go ahead.
Verse 27. Shall we then hearken unto you to do this great evil, to transgress against our God and marrying strange wives? Verse 28. And one of the sons of Joiada, the son of I.S.U.P.K, the high priest, who was son-in-law to Sambalat,
Meaning he was a Levite. Go ahead.
the Horonite. Therefore I chased him from me.
Go ahead.
Verse 29. Remember them, O my God, because they have defiled the priesthood and the covenant of the priesthood and of the Levites. Verse 30. Thus cleansed I them from all strangers and appointed the wards of the priests and the Levites, everyone in his business. Verse 31. And for the wood offering at times appointed, and for the first fruits, remember me, O my God, for good.
All right, so Abad brought out the topic of interracial marriage. I rocked with him on that one. That was a good topic. Interracial marriage is probably more important than I give it credit for being, because it's one of the traps that we fall into. Many traps that Esau set for us. The one trap being in falling for their women or falling for their men in women's case, right? And by doing so, what happens is there'll never be a kingdom as strong as we once had, because you give away your strengths to another group of people, right? No difference than all of our athletes, right? They pluck the athletes out. It's a very, very extensive process picking athletes, right? Or in the better case of academia, you picking doctors or lawyers, right? They go through Ivy League schools, and what happens is they wind up with white women, right? The stars that we see, our athletes, wind up with white women, right? They all wind up in communities where they don't find sisters or brothers like us, right? They find women that's in their neighborhoods by proximity. So all the men that are, all the people that are, I don't know what you want to call it, but let's say the ones that have been blessed with a talent or a skill, right? Or with some type of knowledge, they're plucked out of our neighborhoods. And by doing so, they wind up breeding that skill or that blessing into another nation, right? And that's how they keep our ghettos hard. That's how they keep our ghettos destroyed, because we don't see doctors, we don't see lawyers. We don't see basketball stars. They don't stay in our neighborhood. They go to their neighborhood. They don't marry our women. They marry their women. And there's a few anomalies, but in most cases, they pluck them out, right? And then we're left with the scraps, right? But the Most High showed us that we could turn them curses into blessings, right? But we got to know the truth first, because interracial marriage is a trap. It's a sin, but it's a trap first. And by doing so, you'll find yourself in a bad spot. You're going to have mixed children that don't know who they are. They're not going to be able to hang with the black children. They're not going to be able to hang with the white children. They're not going to be with the Hispanics. They're going to be lost in life. And now you're trying to explain to them what side of them, or you trying to explain to a children that's mixed. You can't explain it because you're not mixed. You don't know how to explain this. Yeah, the child got to deal with a lifetime of confusion. It's confusion, right? The Lord said He's not the author of confusion. All right. So like I said, interracial marriage is a more heavier topic than I give it credit for being. So the one for Abad for, you know what I mean, sending me somewhere that I ain't been to in a while. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, any more questions? Any questions, Abad? I don't know if they got questions on the internet. I doubt it. But so with that being said, we're gonna pass the class off to priest officer, Prophet Abad.
Yeah,
What's our class?
I.S.U.P.K security announcement. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command Johnny YAHANNA. We work with new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they're offering this for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shut the tongue of the world. They need presentation to teach or arrange it. After 6 months, the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must give permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this month period, the brother and sister will permission from the head to marry. Which is commanded from the number 18 verse 21. But the Malachi was equal to 10. Actually, in 10%, every penny of the increase the Lord gives you, gives the church for priest fund. We will offer for priests, not man's whatsoever in your life. Upcoming holy convocations is the Memorial Blowing of the Trumpets, first day of the 7th month. This year will be Friday, September 11th, 2026. Found in the book of Leviticus 23, verse 24 and 25. Remind Akim, not Pakim, check the book board in the hallway. If anybody wants to be trooper in school, so I want a black, look, shirt, they have a start. With that, I can be stand.
Hey, just up the Lord's Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer, okay. Sorry about I'm turn to face the east. I mean, turn to face the direction. We want to have the Lord's Prayer real fast. We pray with the holy hands.
Abanawa. Shabashamaya, Godash, Haya, Shimka, Yahawah, Malakwathka, Taba'a, Ratazarka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamaya, Natalanawa, Haka, Ka, Yawum, Wasalakanawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafyanawa, Wala'a, Tabiayanawa, Wadasawan, Abo, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Watapa'arav, La'awalamyan, Amaga. In English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Brakathum. We just said, with Most High bless you in the name of Christ. To the brothers, as we said, Yahweh, we stand down. Star, turn to sisters. Sisters of the Bible. You just stand. Your march about is your hands body covered, your feet connected at feet by the table, your right hand left to the left. When we salute you, your salute is back. You smite your chest and salute them. And you smite your chest as well. Men of Israel, we'll leave this. We'll create salute. Men of Israel, Mount Shabbat, Maj, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'ashem Yahushua. You just repeat it back. Yahweh. Yahweh, which is the Most High's name. Shamar, which means watch. Alatha, which means over you. Ba'ashem Yahushua, which means in the name of Christ. So Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. All right, which is our blessing.
Y'all top, you see it there? Flex.